Every founder and CEO I talk to has the same exact problem. There's just not enough hours in the day, in the week, the month, or even the year, really. And too much of the time that we have goes to things that could and should be automated. Hi, I'm Travis McBurney. I founded McBurney Group, where we build custom AI solutions for your specific operations. We train your people how to use them and help you think clearly on where and how AI can help your business. The point just isn't just about saving time. It's also making sure your business can keep up with AI as AI changes, what competition even looks like.
So, firstly, thank you very much, Roozbeh, for giving me opportunity
Right.
to present you on my podcast.
Sure.
So, I've gone through your profile. I can see you have done a lot of work, being in different uh, roles and responsibilities. So, I thought to tell about your work to my audience.
That's great. Thank you.
So, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Sure, but my name is Roozbeh Farahanipour, as you mentioned that. I born 1971 in Tehran, Iran, and I grew up in Iran. My mom, as a single mom, raised me. I grew up in Tehran until I was um, 27 before I escaped the country. During the time in Iran in 27 years, I facing the lots of the up and down in my life, and also from the early age, I facing the lots of the things with the government, against family, against myself, against education, my school. So I saw lots of the hard and tough memories. I remember when I was 7, after Islamic Revolution happened in Iran, my mom took me to school. Middle of the way, in the car, in the morning news, my mom heard the name of her cousin who got executed by the regime. She asked the driver to make a U-turn, be back home. So that was the first time I realized, okay, this regime is not going to be too friendly to us, because we know that someone from the extended family got killed by them. Few months after, they attacked my school. They arrest all of the priests. They occupied the school and execute a couple of the principals. So that was a second interaction with the regime. Then few months after, I remember I was a second grade. The funny, that's for us right now when I'm thinking about it, but as a kid, 78-year-old kid, they removed the children's TV host at the TV. At that time, obviously, that was not the internet. That was a one channel, 2 hours a day, and the people waiting for the time of the program. And 5 p.m., that was usually children's program. They fired our host. That was a nice lady because she refused to wear the hijab. And that was the first time I organized demonstration in my school as a kid. Lost my classmate. I took the classmate to the yard of the school, and that was the first time I got punished by the principals. So I grew up with these things. Then the Iran-Iraq war started. Obviously, lives under the war was not fun. That was not really good memories. I remember when I was 14, I had the first time on the national exam essay. I had an essay to criticize the war. That was the first time I got introduced to the court. Instead of I passed my class, they invite me to go to the court. Then after that, I went to the school at the end of the thesis before I graduated. They fire me because of my thesis, and they take me to the jail. First time at the jail, that was my last day of the university. So that was the things I had back and forth with this regime. Then I continue my activism. I get arrested again. They released me, and last time was on a student uprising in 1999. I was one of the leaders of the student uprising, which I got sentenced to death. I escaped the country. I came to United States. Since then, I live, work, and serve the community here in different capacity. But still, I didn't forget about the people other side of the globe. If I can help them, I'm continuing helping them, whatever I could. But this is me, and this is my simple life. Since I came here in the US, I landed in the New York. We drove coast to coast. I came end up to the Los Angeles in the Westwood, the heart of the Iranian outside of the country. They call it Tehran Angeles. So since then, I'm here. I love Westwood. The moment I own a couple of restaurants here, and also I'm serving as a CEO of West Los Angeles Chamber of Commerce. I try to be voice of the small businesses in our state. So that's very simple, short introduction.
So you have been in two different countries. So what do you, I mean, if I ask you to define yourself being in two different places on the planet, what are you today?
Today, at the moment, I'm an American because this is my home. 20, half of my year, I'm 54, 27-year-old. I live here on the same street. 27 years, my childhood, I was in Iran. I had a good memory over there, but I built up my life here. I met my wife here. We date, we married. I have a kid here. I have a couple of the restaurant. I have a home. So this is my home. So I'm not going to leave. So this is the last place for me. And the day I decided to become a US citizen, that was the time I was walking in our local cemetery. I said, you know what? This is going to be my final address. I'm not going to move back over there. So after 18 years, I live in the United States. I went and applied for citizenship because I decided to uh, make sure this place is going to be my home.
So tell us about your business.
I start working when I came here. Just let's back from there. When I start working I came to US. I was get lots of the offer from the different NGOs in Washington D.C. They gave me grant or job offer or so and so, but I decided to reject all of them to work with my own. I want to be free. I don't want to just every 4 years change my tone because the president changed. So I decided to work with my own. Since I was not able to speak English good, and the bar is not accepted here for the my degrees, law degrees, I started working at a restaurant in the same street as a interim job, as a driver, cashier, starting working. So after a time, after a few years, I bought my first restaurant. Then I joined the Chamber of Commerce. After a few years, I became a president of the Chamber of Commerce. Now I am represent the community as a chief executive officer for Chamber of Commerce, and also I'm sitting in a different community organization. I try to be voice of the businesses here, but at the same time I'm continue to active as a human rights activist. I try to help the people other side of the globe, not only in Iran, in any place that people ask me. If I can, I try to help them, draw the blueprint for them, show them the guidance. I become a mentor for the people who are looking for better life. So, and right now I own two restaurants. I had three. One of them is closed at the moment due to the LA fire, but two of them is operating. At the same time, I'm advocating for businesses here.
So uh, having law degrees and starting your own businesses and succeeding in it and creating your own uh, platform. So how is it, and is it easy for you to do what
No,
you have
that
done?
was very difficult and that was not easy. The only thing I can advise always the people, never give up. Always continue. Try to find a way to go through the struggle. Nothing is easy. Even it's not easy for me today, especially the people like me or come as a I can name myself as an American dream. I have no rich dad to finance my company or my businesses. I build up everything myself with my family. So struggle is a lot, and always something comes to make you decided to leave. But you need to stay. You need to find a way to fight. You need to moving forward. As long as moving forward, you're gonna be succeed. Takes time. You have a difficult time, difficult days, difficult weeks and months and years, probably. Not one time. The life is like the roller coaster. Goes up, good days. They come down, bad days. You're gonna be in the trouble. You're gonna be in the good shape. So that's not give up. If you give up, you are not built to be the person who wants to run the business.
So, as the chief executive officer of three different things, so can you tell us about your role and responsibilities in detail?
Yeah, that's we are advocating for businesses anytime the city or county or a state they try to pass the law. We try to show an influence. We try to communicate with the small businesses what they want to do. That's a small businesses. Usually, that's the people who are first of all backbone of the community here and economy for here. But at the same time, they don't have a resources or power to go defend their own or be a voice of their own in the government. So any time anyone said the government gonna come and help you, you can feel it. That's kind of the trap because the government never gonna help the people. Always the people needs to protect themselves. They need to be wise. They always to be a loud voice and make sure they understand what they want. Usually the people serving the government, most of them, they never serve in the business industries. Right now, the being the politician is a career. That's the job opportunity. Is not serving the people. So that's the things we have.
So, as you are the business owner of two different two restaurants, so tell us about your responsibility there.
Oh, that's from early morning to late night, 7 days a week. Um, we are working very hard, first of all, to serve the community, and also the responsibility very high. In last 17 years, every single day, we open the restaurant ourselves, we close the restaurant ourselves, we never get off day. We are even early morning, I go for shopping every single day, 7 days a week. And then they go to the restaurant, they're working, serving the people, communicate with the people, they're doing the paperwork, payrolls. So that stuff, checking the inventory, that's hiring the people, training the people, dealing with the customer request or complaint or everything that's happened. The time we have a shortage on the supply chain, that's a tough. Increasing the price, you need to manage it. How you gonna accommodate the customer? During the COVID, that was toughest time for the businesses. I manage and we try to do something to serve the community. During the 1 year of the COVID, first of all, I have a zero COVID cases at my business. I didn't send anyone to get unemployment. I keep everyone employed and I served the 94,500 individual meal to our local seniors in the community, which was big achievement and giving back to the community. And during the time the community is serving us, that was the time we should serve the community. So never give up. You always need to be creative. You need to find a way, either business wise, either community, legal, whatever. You need to be creative. How you going to protect yourself and how you can continue. The only thing is you shouldn't give up at all.
27 years is not a small time. So it's almost it consumed a lot of lifespan of yours. So what you have learned on in this 27 years and what life taught you.
Yeah, 27 years in the new guy. You know, that's actually in 54 years, half and half. I live in two different countries. I had lots of the international trip before I opened my restaurant. After I opened restaurant, I didn't leave the country. But before that, I had a travel almost as much as country I could. I tried to learn and interact with the different culture from the Asia, from India, Malaysia, Singapore, to European country, Australia, New Zealand, Middle East countries. Whatever I could, I tried to go there and learn and try to use the things I learned in my life. When I started working and doing the business here, I decided to use whatever I learned from my freedom fighter life and from the activities life interpreted to my business. I try to see how we're gonna categorize and strategize to not lose anything and continue to fight. So you know at the end you're gonna achieve the things you are looking for.
So how you got this people skills? Is this from childhood that you are a people's person being in your country, or with the over the experience, or coming into the business, or while doing your degree? Like, when did you completely become a great communicator in order to be successful today?
From the childhood, little by little, as I told you, from the time I had a essay about the complaining about the war as a kid, going to the school under the bombing, to dealing with the government from early age, how they're gonna just compromise and asking the kids why you write this, why not, and then become a journalist, publisher, my education, all of them helped to shape my base of my life. And obviously the journalism, that was the most helpful part to know what the people need. And then from there to activity, going to the jail, all of them, they give you more experience. And when you escape the country, that's a refugee time. Refugee time was the most hardest part. When you get to the country you don't know anything about, and you have no money and you have no one. So start building your life from the scratch. And how difficult is that? So that was all of them helped to create my structure and get to the point of today. Still, we do have a lots of the struggle. I think that's the people see from outside and say, "Oh, that's easy." No, it's not easy. Every day we wake up with the stress. We are fighting. We continue, and not only for our own self, for other businesses as well, to advocate for them. Also, the people other side of the globe, they're looking for freedom. That's a many thing in the plate. You need to manage to able to work all of them together, and they are coexist to each other. So freedom fighting, working for the on behalf of other businesses, and managing your own personal life and your business, four different things, but all of them should be manageable. If you manage your life in the right way, you can manage all of them together.
So, after becoming successful, everything seems like easy, or looks like things went in a great way. But can you tell us about how was that situation, or in that period when you went to the jail and came out without having money?
That's when I escaped the country. I was in Iran. After I was in the jail for the third time under the torture, I got released by the bail for the short period of time. And then I saw my name on the execution list. I escaped the country. I escaped the country until I get to the US, I had no money. I started here. I even for 1 year and a half, I live in the very small little office with no bathroom, with no shower, to start my life. That was a bookstore across the street borders. We use the bookstores. I go there for the usually bathroom. I go to the gym for shower, and at that time, that bookstore become my first sponsor here. They try to give me the opportunity to help the people, to educate them. We do have monthly meeting over there. They provide the food and drink for free for the people who come to listen to our events. That was a great opportunity. And then little by little, we continue, we grow, but that's a problem, grow with ourselves too. Yeah, if the people thinks if you are growing, the problem gonna go away. No, the form of the trouble and problem gonna be changed, but always gonna be around you. You need to manage how to deal with the trouble. Still, I am here. I have too many issues around myself and the businesses. A struggle with the price of the chain. Price of the goods, inflation, gas, whatever, everything that's going to be affecting the business. At the same time, you need to manage they can get affordable food to the people who come to buy it from you. Nothing is easy, but just form of the trouble going to be changed, and you need to become a stronger, like the tree. As much as the tree get age, they get stronger and stronger. But the trouble is not going to be go away. They always the fall gonna come, winter gonna come. So four season gonna be around you every time and every session of your life. And as I mentioned before, the life is like the roller coaster. You're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, up and down. But you need to be consistent, not give up. Even the day you think this is the last day, you cannot do anything. You need to still fighting and continue. That's the only way you can survive, and you're going to make sure you can be successful.
So, how this social person in you actually uh, knocked and made you to help to other people in the community and other businesses? What's the reason behind it?
I'm sorry, what you say?
You need to have a lot of empathy and
Yeah,
understanding the uh, problems of other fellow humans or other humans
right.
in the community and other businesses. Where that motivation or that concern, actually built in you. Why?
Since I was a kid, I grew up with a lot of the issues and trouble and hardship. So I know the hardship how it's going to come. When you are struggling with your life, when you have a barely you have a roof on your head, you know all of them. That's a struggle. They build up. You know you understand the situation. If your life get better, you are not forget about other people. You still keep connecting with the people. They have a struggle. So first of all, you are not forget where you come from, and also you can help the people, mentor them to go through the hardship, and they find a better life as well. So that's going to be if this chain continue, everybody try to help other human beings. The world going to be better world for everyone. So we don't need to be worried. But if the people just want to think about their own, that's going to be the time that everything going to be collapsed. But we need to help each other. Doesn't matter human beings or human beings all around the world. Everybody needs to help, and everybody needs to know that people can help each other to make the better future.
So tell us about your team who works for your restaurant.
I'm sorry, restaurant.
Tell us about your team who works for your restaurants.
My restaurant, one of them is a Greek restaurant, it's not Persian. The other one is American restaurant. Both of them, they've been established in the community. One thing I did, I know I want to make money, but at the same time, I want to preserve the community culture and landmark for the community. These two places been there forever. One of them from 80 years ago, the other one 40 years ago. I tried to save them for the community. That's why I took over them, tried to refurbish them. They can make it better and continue serving the community. The community can enjoy and come and serving and be happy to see their culture, their memories, childhood memories is still alive. So I remember when something I had in my childhood, I cannot have access to that. How hard is for me. So that's why I try to keep every single thing the community has, keep it for them for the future.
So tell us about the political activist in you.
Political activities, I was kind of the leader for the portion of the opposition in Iran until 2000, I'm sorry, 1999 was the time I got arrested by the regime as a leader. I was in jail, sentenced to death. I escaped the country. When I came here, I still continue my role as a leader for the group of the people in country inside Iran. I had it for 17, 18 years. When I get close to 45, I realized, okay, when I was young, I always said, why these people who are in the older generation never step down and never allowed our young generation, us, to decide it for the future. I don't want that's happened to me as well. And also, since I've become a US citizen, I decided to step down as a role of the leaders of the movement, but I didn't totally put it on the side. I said, now I'm a retired leader or retired activist, but I changed my role to a mentor. And the person can show the roadmap to younger generation if they ask me. Not only people in Iran, but many different countries in the region. I help them. I try reach out to me. I try to work with them, show them the roadmap, show them the blueprint, so they can continue to achieve their goals and get to the freedom. And also, the same time, since I'm not fighting as a leader for Iranian community, I've become one of the leaders of the small business community in Westwood. I didn't change my passion. I picked something in local. Always politics is local. From the Los Angeles, it's a little hard to going to be affecting in center of the Tehran, other side of the globe. But it's not hard if you want to change the structure, make the Los Angeles better place to live, work, and serve the community. Human beings are human beings, and we are here to help each other. We are not here to just pick and choose which people, where we can help them. That's always, you need to start from the local, as the politics is local. Your community is always number one. Obviously, you need to have a strong and safe family, so then they can go after your business and community and make it bigger and bigger. This is like the ladders. You need to take every single steps from the family, business, community, neighborhood, city, state, and go global.
So, what are those qualities that made you to be what you are today?
First of all, I'm sure that's my mom and my grandma. That was very key role in my life, and also the hardship in the childhood. The hardship in the childhood that's helped me a lot to become a technically like the black sheep in the family. So that's each family could have some black sheep that's a different from others, and they try to find a solution. Obviously, on the younger age, try to change the world, make the world better for everyone. And when you get a little mature, you realize you need to start with your own community. So that's the my life and hardship through the life make me at the steps right now. I mean,
So, you have seen different phases in your life, being in different roles and responsibilities. So, how do you feel when you look back and look at yourself
I
facing
always
so many
proud of the things
difficulties?
happen. I always proud of the things I done, but it's not necessary that means right now with this age, if I'm back to that time, I'm repeated again because I with the knowledge and experience I have, many things I may not do it exactly the same thing, but at the same time, I'm proud of every single thing I've done. And I'm proud of myself how brave I was and how much um, courage I had to try to overthrow the regime when I have not full plan for the overthrowing the regime. As a kids, we try, and we get very close actually. So that for the first time, we try to do that, and the supreme leader shows his anger at the TV. That was one night he came to the TV and cried. So day after they attacked my home and arrest all of us, obviously. But even that moment was one of the brightest moments. Oh wow, what we did! The supreme leader came and cried because of us. And every single part of the things we done. If I'm gonna back look every single part, I'm proud of myself. If even I feel the time I decided to leave the country, because I remember before that, I said, oh, even if they want to kill me, I'm not going to leave the country. I'm going to stay to fight. But when I see my name on the newspaper, that's a reality change, the passion or emotion. I decided to escape. I leave to fight back another day. So I escaped the country. I continue, but even the decision to leave the country, that was a very bright and brave decision. The decision of the immigration, how build my life. When I get lots of the offer from the NGOs to get the money from them, I reject them. That was a brave and bright decision I had. Is not only money going to talk to you, you need to see, talk to your heart as well, to see the vision, what you want to achieve. Always the money is not number one. Money is always going to be supplemental to help you to achieve your goal, but it's not everything. So little by little, if I'm going to go back from the time I had the essay to get to the court as a child, to had a little closure of the class, to defending my own TV host at the childhood, to every single thing we done. That was a great move. Every single of them, I'm proud of myself, and I think that was a great thing I done. But with the lack of experience, if we had experience now, I may done it different ways. But that was very brave, and all of the things that happened to me today, because of the all of the steps, baby steps I took at the time of the past.
So what was your age when you decided to move and take that brave decision?
When I was leading the national uprising in Iran, I was 26. 26-year-old leading the uprising to overthrow the regime. So that was a very brave move. I'm not saying that was uh, exactly the best thing we done, but that was a great, and I'm proud to have this kind of decision and courage. So since then, when I escaped the country, I was 27. That's all of them, every single of them. That's important to the life and showing the roadmap for the future if the people wants to study. Many people, journalists and others, they come interview me, writing my life stories, make the short videos or whatever. That's all of them going to help to make sure how the people can take advantage of the hardship they have in life and convert it to a road for the success for the future.
So what's your motivation and inspiration to drive you to do the things that you have done all your life?
When you want to help the community, when you want to make the community better place to live and work and preserve the family, that's a first motivations. When you're gonna jump in the water, you start learning how to swim. When you swim, you can become stronger. Then you realize one day, as I said, I feel like I'm like the black sheep in the family. So you realize you are leading the community, small or large, because you are the person who wants to make the change. You want to make the better future. You want to make the people around you have a better life and enjoy the time of their life. So all of them, every single of them, every day, they gave me more motivation to continue. When you get to the hardship, even the few time the people needs to decide, most of the people probably decide to give up. That's time I have more motivation to continue, because I know if I give up, I'm done. If not give up, I may go for the next step. Maybe that's harder. Maybe I lose a couple of times, but I'm gonna back, standing my feet and continue to get to the end of the road or starting the becoming successful.
So do you remember something that you cannot forget and you never shared with anyone that happened in your life?
My life is almost everything in my life is public. Everybody knows everything. But I remember when I was a kid, my grandma took me, I was very little, 7, took me to a street. She gonna watch everything for me and asked me with the big marker, write the slogan on the doors of the people who are connected to the regime. So that was the thing. The starting as a 7 year old, starting doing the some kind of the braveness and learning how to express yourself, never quiet, even under the dictatorship. You can continue raise your voice with different ways. So that was one of the first things my grandma taught me. And I think that was one of the main things to pull me to the politics. Even at that time, I didn't know what exactly the concept, why I'm doing this, but I know she wanted and she is doing the good things for the community. So that was the one of the best things we done.
So, what do you say about internet and AI today?
Every tools and accessories they come around the human beings. They could be helpful, they could be harmful. That's like the money. Money is not the goal. The AI is not the goal. The internet is not the goal. All of them around you to make you successful, to make you more powerful, and to make you more uh, able to accomplish your goals. If you want to rely on them alone, if you rely only on the money or rely on the AI or internet, you're going to be done. You're going to become the machine. You're going to become a robot or corrupt. But if you want to use them in the right way, I'm sure you can become more successful. You can become more advanced from your competition. Doesn't matter which area, from the politics to economics to whatever, serving the community, you become more advanced. You need to just think about it and use them in the right way and
So
as
that
a accessories and supporting you.
so there will be a lot of chief executive officers, founders, and uh, business leaders or experts from different industries and from different countries will be watching and hearing this conversation from anywhere on this planet. So, what are your words to them and also to other human beings who are working in different professions?
The best thing is don't let the AI took over your position. If you want to let the AI, you use the AI to do your own job, your decision. So soon the AI become your own CEO instead of the you gonna drive it. You can use the AI as a vehicle to get to the point you want to get there. If you want to not, never forget what is the best thing you can do to make your uh, goal more accessible and use all of the tools around you, use them to make it better. You become a better leader when you communicate with the people you're working with. Try to make the place you work or your lead that's a more comfortable for the people around you, the people helping you, your team, to go to the next step. After that, work and try to help the community around you, to the people first of all knows you, and they try to help them to achieve the goal you are looking for. We cannot go anywhere alone. We cannot rely on the AI to get us to the goal. The only thing we can do, we use all of the tools we have with help of the people around us. We can get to the point we want to get there.
So, can you share your online presence to my podcast listeners?
Sure. That's
Can you can you spell
what
it?
short right now or later.
Yeah, yeah. Now they are hearing you. Can you spell it?
My name.
Your online presence. It can be
Okay, my
your.
Roozbeh, Rooz as a zebra, B as a boy, E as an elephant, H as in Henry. Roozbeh, my first name, dot online. That's all of the social media, Wikipedia, everything is there. The people can go to my website to see what I did, what I done, and if they don't want it, they can just Google me. They can see what is around me and what's the update newest things that is not even on my website yet. Every day, different interviews, different presence on the media. They're going to be more online than on my website.
So, at last, as a political activist and also a person who came from Iran and having different experiences and becoming a leader, going into the jail and learning and coming to US and having your own businesses and also helping other businesses. What's your observation about my work?
That's great. You are anyone advocating to be voice of the people who needs to be echo their voice. That's a very important role. Before the age of the podcast, I was a journalist. I started my life as a journalist. Journalists had the same passion, same objectives, but that was a different timing. At that time, even that was not the mobile was not exist. Everything was paper writing. Even I remember I was binding the book or putting all of the like copper letters next to each other for printing the paper and everything. So that's I remember those days. But this is a new generation. You use the technology to be voice of the people from different parts of the world. I don't mind which part of the planet you are live, and you don't care which part of the planet I live. So this is a small village right now. The internet helped the village, the people get connected to each other all around the world. And your job is very important. And I think the people needs to understand with the world without the people like you, they cannot be people cannot be connected to each other. The people don't know who I am from the other side of the globe or your listeners. They can find me, they follow me my Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever. So they can be connected. If they have a question, they can ask me, or maybe through the network you have, I find someone to can help me to achieve something. So that you are the good connector, and the world without the people like you is not going to be really helpful. The community going to be way more smaller than reality. The best thing for the people to be successful, to be connecting and expanding their own network as much as they can. Whatever is that, whoever they can help them, they need to appreciate and add and talk to them. So if you want to censor yourself, if you want to just talk to the people around you, you are not going to break your own safeguard. You're going to stay in your own backyard. You are not going to go to the street. So that's you have a very important role, and I appreciate whatever you are doing.
So I have done masters in software engineering, also bachelor's in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm working as a DevOps engineer for a London company from India, so remotely for London. So that's my full time role. Apart from that, as a technologist, apart from that, I'm interviewing experts like you who are solving different problems. It can be business problems or societal problems or engineering problems or science. I have interviewed more than 100 countries experts. More
Mhm.
than 860 interviews I have done in last 6 7 years, and I have interviewed doctors, police officers, authors, psychologists, and a marine biologist, environmental scientist, a NASA scientist, and directors and entrepreneurs, chief executive officers, founders of different businesses. And I have interviewed Amazon vice president, Amazon Web Services vice president, and also Salesforce company vice president. So that's I'm trying to interview diversified professionals who are coming from different parts of the world and also who belongs to different industries and who are coming from different experiences. As per your observation or your experience, how this diversified communication skills, apart from being a technologist, is going to be actually helpful for me as a human being and also as a professional.
So every individual you talk to, you're gonna learn from them something. Every single of them, that's gonna be diverse and different things you're gonna learn from them. And you need to keep track of everything you had. You know, that's most of these people, they have a Wikipedia. The best thing you can do after the interview done, you publish it, you're gonna add your link to their own Wikipedia page. So your page gonna be more visible, your great job gonna be more visible, and you have a 600 people you can connect it to the 600 Wikipedia. That's every single thing you had. And first of all, they should be appreciated. You update their profile, but also that's going to be help you to be more noticed and people knows you and they understand what you are doing, and you can use all of these connections, keep it in the small community, virtual community you can build up with the people, the guest speaker you had before or the people you talk to, so you can keep your communicating friendship and whatever is that. That's going to be sometimes in the life you're going to crossing these people again, and I'm sure that's going to be good thing either in person or virtual. Either way, that's going to be both sides. They could help each other in the future.
So can I put this conversation on my podcast with your permission?
Sure, of course.
I'll share you once it's published. Thank you very much again,
No problem.
Robbers, for giving me opportunity and giving me your time and also allowing me to ask you some questions and sharing your experiences to my audience.
Sure, of course. That's good. Great. Nice to meeting you in person and
Thank you, sir.
virtual person. Okay. Thank you.
Bye,
Sure.
sir.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.